I'm sitting here with Ekatherina Gubanova, nearly my name. Yes.
Yeah, well, Ekaterina is in Russian.
Yeah.
Ekaterina is in German.
Oh yeah. Great name. So you are here for the Bayreuther Festspielen.
Yes.
And you're singing the Kundry.
Yes.
In Parsifal, and the second one.
Tannhäuser, Venus in Tannhäuser.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Bayreuth?
Certainly a very, very special place. It's unlike any other opera house historically, but also acoustically, which is quite important, especially particular for doing Wagner operas, as I do a lot of Wagner operas all over the world. But here you have the chance to be so close to the audience because it's not so large, and you get a chance to get the words through, especially as a female voice. We're not as comprehensive as male voices, so and it's in Wagner the word is almost everything, so in this acoustics, in this favorable also orchestra place, this is placed so low, so it's really, really great for us, for singers, to give more detail and more to fine-tune it to the best possible outcome.
Like definitions.
Yes. A lot of details can be heard in this acoustics, and you can afford to sing more piano. You can do more colors. It's really we singers love good acoustics. It feels good to sing, and plus, of course, setting apart all the honor of doing Wagner here, particularly being a foreigner, to come all the way up here and sing Kundry in Parsifal as a mezzo-soprano. I don't think it goes any further than that. So, but I'm not resting blissfully on clouds. I always strive to do better and more, and then it's a wonderful opportunity to also repeat the production from last year. We're changing a little bit. There'll be one really significant change, which I'm not going to tell you now.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
Yeah. But it's all wonderful, really, and the weather also. Can't complain for the moment.
Yeah. That's true. The Wagner Opera House is only open this little time of the year. So wouldn't it be great if other, I don't know, componists, whatever, would also be played, or not?
What do you mean other companies be played?
Should it only be Wagner? Or
Yes, for sure. And Wagner has written enough operas to only be Wagner, for sure. Yes, I mean, it's too sacred to play anything else. No.
I can get that. What do you like about Bayreuth, the city? Do you see anything, or can you only be in the opera house for that time?
No, of course I see something. First of all, when I'm in Bayreuther, I always rent a beautiful garden apartment in Tournau. So this is where I'm staying, in Tournau, which is a beautiful medieval town, and I do like being in a small place, because our work usually takes us to the capital cities. You're always in the middle of Paris, middle of New York, middle of London, which is nice for a bit, but if you're there for, let's say, a month and a half for a regular production time, you get tired of all the noises and the people and the dirt and the absence of nature. It's all of real nature. And also I grew up in Moscow, so I'm by default tired of a big city always. So I prefer a small town, and Bayreuth is a perfect example. It's never, apart from some Bürgerfest, it's never really crowded. It's just so sweet, and everything closes so early, which is so sweet. Sometimes it's annoying, but mostly it's just cute. Just people, enough of shopping. We close at 7 o'clock. Ciao.
8.
yeah, 8. Well, some places even 7. I mean,
Yeah.
Also the restaurants that close so early makes us laugh because I mean, I live in Italy, and in Italy we're only starting to eat, and here 8:30 the kitchen can already be closed, you know. So, but no, it's wonderful. It's quiet. It's clean. People are nice. It's really. I do enjoy it. It's a special place to work. Also, the fact that I'm staying, I prefer not to have any other engagements in this period. And when I manage to organize my calendar like this, it's like this. Like this summer, I came and I'm staying all the way through, not jumping in anywhere, which is a nice also period of quiet, because once you're then again, the season starts and you're going in between doing millions of things. And here, just concentrated on one.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah,
really.
it is nice. Yeah.
I'm sure you see a lot of places all over the year.
Yes, but it's mainly, you know, once you continue doing this work for a long time, you just keep revisiting the same places. So it's the beauty of it, of course, that you see friends, you make friends inside the opera house, like with administration and with makeup artists, etc. But of course the excitement of seeing new places is gone. You know, is gone, and mostly you just get tired of trying to move your body from A to B all the time without losing sleep or having stomach problems. You know, this is really, it's not a romantic part of the job any longer. You know, seeing different places.
Okay, I see that. You come from Russia, so you no longer live there, but still do you feel like the Germans have some concerns about the Russians, or is it around the I don't know, cultural scene, something else?
Well, since the war has started a long time ago, let's say, and I can only say I've been lucky. I was never mistreated in any country so far. I've been, even you'd think America would be the most aggressive, and no, in fact, perhaps also that I rotate in the theater world, where people are much less, how to say, we're so much into our thing, so it's really a world on its own. I've been lucky and never had a problem with that as a Russian.
You have been in Bayreuth last year, and what would your favorite role be to come back next year?
A favorite role is always it's a favorite question of all the journalists. What's your favorite role? What's your favorite role?
Must be.
It's I must say that before I did Kundry, I would always say that, there cannot be a favorite role. Every role that I do is my favorite, but this one surely, I think, overall of everything I do, anything I do, and even in concert repertoire, whichever language, French, Italian repertoire, but the Kundry, it must be the most complicated, the most infinite, the most interesting, the most multifaceted character that could ever be. So for me, this is my absolute favorite all time, and I don't think anything will come over can top this up.
I really love the passion you just talking about that.
But otherwise, what do we do? Because this work is so hard and difficult and so stressful and so full of other things than art also. There are logistical things, there are administrative things, there are health things, there are mental things, there's so much, and if you're not passionate about what you do, you just simply can't do it. I don't think you can do it. You won't survive physically with that. So yes, I am truly passionate.
That's good. So, in the time of the Bayreuther Festspiele, there come people from all over the country and whatever to Bayreuth, and many citizens in Bayreuth think it's just another world and they don't belong to it. So there is this open air thing where people can come and see it and so on. But do you see any possibility to get more to include the citizens more?
Well, for one thing, I think that our show in Tannhäuser on the which is accessible for everybody,
public viewing.
Yeah. Which is, I think that brings people. But the of course this question is for the administration, not for me. I do my best on stage, you know, and I try to apply myself to any person, whichever citizen of which country or background, or rich or poor, whatever. It doesn't matter for us on stage. But of course there is an aspect of tickets being so expensive that of course there is a difference between living, let's say, I don't know, in München, how much life costs there and how much life costs here. So a person who lives here operates with different budget. So of course when the ticket is 300 euro, you think twice, you know. It's a special thing. It's not only an opera house, opera theater, it's a festival which puts it on another level. So it's a question of how to. I would what they do in Salzburg, which is a nice thing. They broadcast on a big screen live, or also in recording on the main piazza. That could be a thing to bring people in, but I imagine it will be so complicated with all the people who have recording contracts and the rights, and it's so I'm sure someone was thought of it before and then put it out as too complicated. It is complicated to bring opera, a younger audience, more audience into opera. It is complicated. Big problem everywhere, not only here.
You always loved the music. You played the piano first and wanted to be piano and choir. I don't know.
Choir conducting. Yes. In fact, my education is a choir conductor. I'm graduated as a choir conductor.
Yeah. When was the time you thought like singing is?
This is a story I love to tell. It's I was about 17 and a half, and I was singing in the shower like many people do, you know. And then suddenly I had this voice coming out of me. It's like you have because I used to sing in the choir, of course, before a lot, but was never given solos or anything like that, because my voice, it was I sang with good intonation, but the color, with the purity was not there. It was just like something like this, very sandy. And then just one day I was in the shower and it came out even with some vibrato. It was so weird. It's like I grow a tail or a third hand. It was so strange. So I got really curious, and I decided to go and see a teacher and to see if I'm crazy or if it really sounds like opera, you know. Because I went to see the teacher and things went so fast. From then on, really fast. That's how it happened. Yeah. And I had to put away my. I was about to go to conservatory as a conductor. It was all very, very serious, and because of course when you're a singer and only doing the first steps, it's enough to have a great voice to start going up. To be a conductor, you need to read the score, you need to play the piano, you need to know harmony, there's so much. So I was so prepared for all of this, and I had the diploma with honors. So that was a risky move to just turn completely and be on stage facing the audience, you know, not like a conductor who is always with the back, which changes a lot of things, huh? But yes, I made this move. I don't regret it at all. I'm doing the only thing that I could do best, I think, and is singing. I don't think I can do anything else better than this.
Maybe acting, because
Well, you know, I had this dream to go to the theater first, to spoken theater, before I discovered the voice. It was before. And I used to go to the theater, I don't know, I would go 15 times a month to spoken theater. I loved it so much. I knew some people there, and I even wanted to go to get a higher education as an actress, but I've asked for an advice from an actor that I really liked at that time. He was very, very universal actor. He did musicals. He did also Dostoevsky. Was really he's still there. I mean, but he told me that one has to be either amazingly beautiful or incredibly talented. And for amazingly beautiful, especially if we're talking many years ago, there was not even. It was not even on the table.
I'm sure you are.
I was all right, but not, like when you enter the room and everybody gets quiet.
Okay.
This kind of beauty. And theater talent is a very dubious thing. You can't really, until you're there, to understand. So it was way too risky. It was too risky even to try. But still, when I'm on stage as an opera singer, very often I'm thinking, we are so much more restricted in what we can do, in what we can afford to do, because there will be positions in which you can't sing because you need to think of diaphragm. There will be, you can't do running, you cannot do a long pause if you want. You got the rhythm is set by the composer, and not particularly why I love Wagner, because his attention to the words is so high. He wrote in all the rhythms and all the pauses and everything. You can act within it. It's there. It's already there. Whilst with others, you can't do that. You have to go with the beauty of the voice, or I don't know, interpretation. But yes, it would be. What can you do? What can you do? Music is a restrictive. On one hand, is restricting us. On the other hand, is the most synthetic form of art you can imagine, because we have music, we have the voice, we have visual art. It's all there, and it's live, and it's an amazing art form.
Yeah, you can feel the. I have to say again, the passion when you talk about. Genau. Great. Thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
So now you go in and do your rehearsals.
Yes. We have a note session with the director just about the production. Which is very good sometimes to just as we have music calls. Just with the conductor, without speaking of action, and now we will have a precise talk of the acting side of it, so which is great. Yeah. And then I'll have lunch, and then I'll go through the role with the pianist to keep it. This is one of the roles that you need to be so athletic to in order to survive, and especially particularly the ending is so difficult. And I like to be there without thinking, oh my God, now I have to survive. I would rather train myself so to the point that when I'm on stage, it's just coming out, Great.
Great.
Fingers crossed, huh?
Yeah.